Have you ever looked at the calendar and wondered where the last month went? For many of us, weeks seem to blur together in a rapid, unrecognizable flash. You wake up, you blink, and somehow it's already Friday, leaving you wondering what you actually did all week. Part of this phenomenon is tied to the simple math of how we age. As we grow older, each passing year represents a mathematically smaller fraction of our total life, making it feel proportionally shorter. Furthermore, childhood is filled with novel, first-time experiences that require immense cognitive energy to process, which naturally stretches our psychological perception of time. As adults, we settle into predictable routines, and our brains go on autopilot, efficiently glossing over familiar days without deeply recording them. But aging and routine are only a fraction of the story. Today, there is a modern time thief that is actively deleting your days: rapid dopamine cycles. We are living in an era of artificial dopamine overload, where our brains have been slowly trained to expect non-stop stimulation from short-form content, notifications, endless entertainment, and constant digital unpredictability. When you are trapped in these rapid dopamine cycles, constant stimulation compresses memory formation. Your brain is processing massive amounts of rapid-fire novelty. Even if a video is only 15 seconds long, the constant attention switching matters neurologically. Because your brain is constantly flooded and never pauses to rest, it stops deeply encoding experiences. This overload creates massive attention fragmentation. You half watch videos, half read articles, half listen to people, and half work. This means your attention becomes incredibly shallow, and shallow attention creates shallow satisfaction. There is a profound difference between being occupied and being mentally engaged. Because your brain consumes massive amounts of stimulation but processes almost nothing deeply, memories aren't properly laid down. Every time you switch tabs, check a notification, or give in to the urge to check your phone, you create cognitive residue. Part of your attention stays behind on the previous distraction, and eventually your brain feels overloaded despite accomplishing very little. You feel busy all day, but mentally dissatisfied at night because your attention was merely consumed, not invested. Without deep emotional engagement, your brain has no distinct memories to anchor the passage of time, causing weeks to simply vanish. So, how do we stop the brain from deleting time? How do we actively expand our psychological time perception? We have to restore cognitive sensitivity, and it starts with how you wake up. Most people overload their dopamine system early in the day with social media and constant stimulation, creating a spike followed by a crash that makes normal life feel boring. To fix this, delay high stimulation when you wake up. Start your day slowly and step outside to expose your brain to natural light. This simple habit resets your circadian rhythm, improving your serotonin levels, energy, and mood. Next, you must aggressively lower the digital noise. Reduce short-form content and stop multitasking. Eat without videos, walk without constant audio, and sit without grabbing your phone. This helps rebuild your boredom tolerance. Modern life treats boredom like an emergency, but boredom is essential. It provides your brain with the empty space it needs to process thoughts fully and encode memories. As you clear the noise, replace high dopamine habits with slower, rewarding behaviors. Reading things slightly above your comfort level forces your brain to process information actively, which improves memory, comprehension, and analytical thinking. Physical movement is equally vital. Exercise increases blood flow and releases chemicals linked to memory and mental clarity. Sleep also plays a critical role here, as it is maintenance for the brain, where memories are organized and cognitive functions are restored. These slower activities might feel less exciting at first, but over time, they retrain your brain's reward pathways. This brings us to the most unexpected and beautiful benefit of a dopamine detox: time perception changes. When your attention becomes more intentional, life often starts feeling slower and fuller again. Because you are no longer trapped in rapid dopamine cycles, you begin to deeply encode experiences once more. You notice details more, individual moments feel more real, and conversations feel more present.
It isn't about perfectly removing all entertainment or never watching a video again. It's about shifting from being a compulsive consumer of endless inputs to someone who can think clearly and engage deeply. This requires consistency more than motivation. Small, repeated actions, like 20 minutes of focused, uninterrupted work daily, or consistent physical movement, matter far more than rare, intense efforts.
Your brain is continuously adapting to whatever you repeatedly expose it to. If you expose it to constant distraction, your days will disappear and your years will feel relentlessly short. But if you feed it better inputs, train your focus like a muscle, and allow for quiet moments of stillness, your brain will stretch time, making normal life feel rich and rewarding again.
Your attention is one of the most valuable things you own. When you protect it, you aren't just saving your productivity, you are literally reclaiming the lost hours of your life. Don't wait for motivation to strike. Pick one small habit today and start teaching your brain how to truly experience time again. Your brain changes with what you practice every day. If you're ready to train it for a better life, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.